Hi, I'm Ange and this is my channel, No Second Season. Welcome. So I've only been back at work 4 days and then we get a public holiday, and that was for Australia Day. Quite a contentious public holiday because the First Nations people, the Aboriginals, to them it's a day of pain because it's the day that the British landed on these shores. So yesterday on the public holiday, I had one of those days where I couldn't get out of the house. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to go bike packing, so I plotted a route. Then I wanted to go downhill mountain biking, so planned where I was going. And I wanted to go surfing, then spent the rest of the day finding somewhere to surf. I chose Shoalhaven. It was the best surf. It was fair to poor, which fair to poor was good enough for me as a beginner. I'd have rather gone somewhere I've been before, being on my own. These are things I have to learn about surfing, reading and understanding the surfing forecast.
I went on the beach to have a look at the ocean and decided not to surf here. In Australia this summer, and it's only halfway through, 72 people have drowned already. So I'm very cautious, and I didn't like the look of some waves out there that were white water, but they were stationary, and I wasn't sure what was going on, so I decided not to surf here.
I don't want to be a chicken, but I don't want to drown and cause my family, my daughter, that grief. So I've got to be sensible. I thought I'd take a look at this town called Gerroa, and I saw a guy with a surfboard on his roof. This guy just pulling out here. He's a local. He was very friendly, and so was his mum. They've given me loads of information. I can cut through the woodland here and get to a surf beach. It's around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got all togged up. I thought as I'm going to walk down to the beach, I might as well take my gear with me in case I want to surf.
If you're wondering why I take an umbrella with me to the beach, it's so I've got a marker that I can see from the ocean where my stuff is, and to make sure I'm not drifting.
So I've had my first taste of Gerroa Beach surfing. It didn't go very well. I didn't get up on it. I probably got dumped over the front 10 times. It's deep and then it goes really shallow very quickly. So consequently, the wave feels really good. And if it's too close to the shore, it then just smacks you into the sand. A lot of them, I got on the wave, I just went to get up, and then because it suddenly becomes shallow, the fins got caught in the sand. Probably did that, I don't know, 5 times, perhaps more than that. So lots of dumps, lots of fins getting stuck. There was 2 people out the back a bit further. I didn't go much further out because I'm a bit scared. It would be out of my depth, and out of my depth physically and surfing wise as well. So I've called it a day. I'm actually sleeping in Madge Podge tonight. So I've got my airbed, my sleeping bag and a pillow. I might sleep here or I might go somewhere else. I'll see how it goes. I'm going to have a cup of tea and something to eat, and then think about where I'm going to sleep. I took a ride, the short ride, like 2-minute ride into Gerroa. Very busy, beautiful little beachside town. The tree of choice for this town seems to be these Norfolk pines. I absolutely love them, they're my favourite. conifers. So that's the estuary just here, and then the ocean beyond. I'm just walking across the estuary. It's 8 in the evening and it's knee deep. Hi, so I've moved my camping spot. I know I'm not allowed to camp here, but I didn't feel safe where I was. It was out of the way a bit. 2 cars pulled in, 4 people got out of each, and then there was a load of chitter chatter, and then they cleared off. But I don't know, just didn't feel good about it. But this is my first night sleeping in Madge Padge. Hopefully I won't get moved on and I'll get a good night's sleep and get surfing nice and early. We'll see what happens. Nighty night. That was a bit mad. 1:30 in the morning. Someone has a fireworks display just across the bay, as either from a boat or right on the other side of the 7 Mile beach. It's finished now. It went on for ages. It was quite pretty. Morning. So I slept really well in Madge Padge, except for the fireworks going off at, well, they went from about 1 till 2 in the morning. It was a right pain in the butt because I couldn't get back to sleep straight away. But anyway, I feel pretty rested. I've just moved on now to a car park to get to the beach. I have some raisin toast. So I had my breakfast and some coffee and felt a little tired, so I come to lay down again. I do need to get out surfing because it's 8:15. I need to leave here 1 PM latest, so I only have like 4 hours to play with really. But it's cold out there and my my wetsuit is still wet from yesterday, so I'm putting off putting it on, but I really need to get going.
After a couple of runs, my onboard SD card got full, but I have a bit of offshore footage. I'd learned by now that the waves here make the board nosedive, so I'd got quite a way back on the board, but as you see from this clip, I really struggled to get up that far back on the board. It was a day of my board going full scorpion quite often, lots of nosedives. This wave coming up looks a pretty good one. I think if I'd have been a couple of seconds earlier at paddling, I might have made it stick. I think I'm well positioned on this one. The front's out of the water, then it dips under, then I sort of pull it out again, and by then it's too late and I'm all over the show.
I've done about 10 runs. The waves are so much more powerful than Browley. So this is another stage of learning. Powerful waves, I need to be further back, and my front foot needs to be on the centre line. Just having a coffee and then I'll get back out there. It's hard to get used to these powerful waves. I have stood up, but it's all a bit flaky because the power of the waves are sort of paralysing me a bit. They're sort of scaring me, and I just sort of lay there and don't do anything, and then the wave's over. So I need to get a grip of that. So let's get back out there.
My 1 o'clock deadline for leaving Gerroa was fast approaching, and I found that I was panicking and riding every wave, even if I wasn't sure it was suitable. So that's something I need to stop doing. I won some, like this run, wasn't bad. It's a very short run, but then I lost some, and I think I lost more than I won at Gerroa, but it was a massive learning curve. I need to remember that it's quality of the wave, not quantity, because I exhaust myself. I found that I was doing chicken wings, so I had my arms well back, so that seems to have sunk in, but my foot position centrally along the centre line of the board was terrible. It wasn't always sideways, I was putting it facing the front, which isn't going to work, and also it was off centre again, and that was causing problems. The run here was very short. Perhaps I should have gone out further. Perhaps if I go there again I will. It suddenly hit the shallows, and that was the end of the run. Also, I'm not sure how to ride a bit further forward, which I think I need to do, but not nosedive. I was riding right on the back of the board, so I didn't nosedive, but I think it was too far back for me to be able to stand up easily. So I'll have to do some research on that, but generally I had a fantastic day. I learnt loads, experienced different waves, and I was pretty made up. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Got the chicken wings sorted, but I'm still going on my knees. I'm still putting my foot off centre, but I've introduced a new error, and that's pointing my foot forward. Damn it. After 3 solid hours in the ocean, I was absolutely exhausted, and I still needed the energy for the 6-hour journey home. So I decided to call it a day. I had something to eat and a quick cup of tea. I made a cup of tea for the journey home, and I managed to get out of the car park at 1:15.
My plan was to leave by 1 o'clock. I left about 1:15, and I decided to come another way, so I missed that awful narrow potholed mountain pass. So I've come up to Kiama, or Kiama, I don't know how you pronounce it, towards Shell Harbour, and now I'm taking the Illawarra Highway, and there's this massive escarpment that runs all the way along to my left. And I think I'm going to climb over that. I think it's called the Macquarie Pass, and it's a proper road. Thus far it's a wide, well paved road. So that's my summer holidays over for 2024. I'm absolutely exhausted and I'm totally skint. It's really hard to improve my surfing just doing it once a year, but I've had a bit of an awakening now. Of the million steps that I'm saying it's taken to learn to surf, I've actually climbed up a few of them. So the things I need to work on next time, I've written them down, so if it is another 12 months before I surf again, I won't have forgotten where I was up to. Now, if you've got anything from this video, or if you just enjoyed it, it would be great if you hit that like button and gave me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, it would be great if you thought about doing that too. Now, I shall close this video here, and so it's an over and out from me. Until next time, bye for now. Le cha-cha-cha d'origine cubaine est un mambo que l'on joue sur un rythme lent. Nous commençons par l'étude du pas de base, le va-et-vient. Le va-et-vient.
Apprenons le cha-cha-cha.